Hello everyone and welcome to my chat today on Vitality Daily. I want to share a book that is a good basis to go through if you're wanting to study a little bit of naturopathy. And it's very simple and easy to understand and explain some of the basic concepts. And I've had this book for a very long time, and it's basically called Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine, and it was written by Michael Murray and Joseph Piznora. Okay, my pronunciation's a little bit off. But basically, they are both naturopathic doctors. And in here, you'll basically have states, conditions, and they'll tell you what you can use. So from the nutrient level to herbal level, and basically what's happening in the body. And it is quite interesting, and it is worth going through at times. And in addition, I think in this time period that we're going through, there's a lot of stress that we're all undergoing, and we're all feeling a lot more pressure, and it's a difficult time, and economy wise it's also difficult. Our health gets impacted when we become stressed, when we suffer from economic stress, when we suffer from mental and emotional stress. It's inevitable that our health does suffer. We don't have to buy fancy things, we don't have to buy expensive things to look after our health. Our health can be very cost effective. We can get all the nutrients we need and all the health we need by living a little bit more closely to nature. We don't need all the expensive stuff. Sometimes the most expensive packaged fruits and vegetables are actually highly disadvantageous to us. So we do not always need the most expensive food. And supporting the local farmer, supporting local farm markets, you actually get better value for money, and you actually get more quality based food. Also, it costs nothing to basically take deep breaths and to spend time by yourself in a garden or anywhere where it's calm and peaceful. And you can even be listening to calm, peaceful music. You can just be sitting outside in the garden listening to birds chirping. It costs nothing. And you can just bring your breathing to a state where you're a bit more mindful of it, and you're taking deeper breaths from the belly. And you can do this for 5 to 10 minutes every day. It is winter in the southern hemisphere. You can do this in your home. You don't have to be shivering and cold doing it outside. The key is to help us deal with this time. There are things we can do that really do not cost any money. Some of us may feel we need to speak to a professional, which can cost money. Some of us may feel we need to do certain things that can cost a lot of money, buy certain products. We don't have to have lots of money to do these things, to help ourselves handle the situation. When we learn our own inner strength, when we fully capitalize on our own inner ability, we become way more empowered. So regardless of where you are during this time, remember, sometimes the best value you get regards food is sometimes the most cost-effective food that you can buy, by supporting local suppliers, or by supporting local sources. And you can use your body, you can use your thoughts and your ability to pray and your ability to think and your ability to feel to help you deal with a lot of things. And you are in control of that. And many adults are sort of childlike, where they feel they cannot control their emotions and they cannot control their thoughts. But you can, and it's just literally stepping up. So it's when your parent or somebody in authority basically says to you, just do it. And you have to just do it. And you rebel by saying, I can't, and you throw a little mini tantrum, but you get told to just do it. And eventually you just do it, and you realize you could do it all along. It's not a cruel or selfish way of looking at things. We all do need support, and we all need love, and we all need nurture. But at the bottom of the jar, at the end of the day, it does come down to ourselves. We have to be responsible for ourselves. So we have to do what we need to do. We need to take control of our thoughts, take control of our feelings and emotions, become more mindful of them. And that is why when we sit calmly or peacefully for 5 to 10 minutes every day, just taking deep breaths and feeling and acknowledging whatever we need to acknowledge, and just coming to a state of peace within ourselves, we can better handle everything that's happening around us. We are all in difficult circumstances. We're all going through something. And if not now, we have in the past. And if not in the past, we will in the future. It is bound to happen. The key is knowing that you have your own inner power within you, that you are your best source of strength. And you can harness that strength through your thoughts, through your emotions, through your feelings, through prayer, whatever way you want to. But you can always harness it. It is always there. It does not matter what's happening externally, that is within you. No one can take it away. You, however, because you're in control of your thoughts and emotions and feelings, can decide you want to cut yourself off, or decide you can't feel it or you can't access it. But that is only up to you. You are in control of that all the time. And it literally does just demand you to step up. So talk to your lower self, if you want to put it that way. Talk to your lower self. Make your higher self speak to your lower self and say, just step up, just do it. Just do it. Just do what you need to do. And remember, you can spend 5 to 10 minutes every day. You can make the choices you need to make regards your diet, regards certain things. And you don't need all the expensive stuff. You don't need all the fancy stuff. It's not going to give you that inner peace in your heart. And no matter how much you spend on fancy gadgets or expensive foods or whatever you want to do, it will not give you that inner peace in the heart. The inner peace that comes within the heart cannot be bought. It literally cannot be bought. So always remember that times are difficult, but your inner peace is your sacred responsibility. Take care and keep well, and hopefully in time we will be able to get to a place where we can have a greater sense of humor and learn to laugh about things, no matter how dire and morbid they may be. We understand that it is not us. We are experiencing something, and we need to have a little bit more of a sense of humor, because it helps us deal with it. And having laughter and humor is actually very therapeutic and healing. So during this time, once again, we need humor and laughter more than ever. The more difficult, the more of a struggle or situation is, the more we actually need humor. I'll chat again soon.